Shout out to Crypto Ty. That is right. We are live.
We live.
TGIF. Good morning, Crypto Warriors, and welcome back to the Gem into Crypto episode 244. Today is Friday, September 7th, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
10-ish. There we go.
On various platforms.
Various. Dan the Man, what's going on? New Legacy. Good morning. Good morning.
Oh, yeah. Come on in.
There we go. Everybody loading in. All right. Who do we have for the free Satoshis yesterday?
Oh, yeah. Well, for the free Satoshis yesterday, we actually do not have a winner. No comments in response to the question. However, keep watching today, and you'll have a shot at those free Satoshis.
There we go.
It's all good.
It's all good.
Oh, yeah.
All right. We're going to hop into it. We know it's Friday, and you all are ready to live your best life. So because they will jump straight into it. Top story, Bitcoin dominance hits 55% as the crypto market struggles to recover convincingly. This story was published about 7 hours ago, so who knows what has happened since then. This is crypto.
I say it can change very quick.
Right, but no, the positive of this story is this is the highest we've seen Bitcoin dominance since December of last year, 2017. So that's a good sign. And then also for a lot of people who did just really enter the market last year, you may have came into a market where Bitcoin wasn't a dominant, or it had the most, but still wasn't over 50%. I mean, at one point,
40.
Right, it got like 40, 41% at some points last year. So, again, I think this is just kind of showing a lot of those crap coins are out there. Once the Bitcoin value drops down, there's no need for them. People are starting to see it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And a lot of these small coins that are coming out, a lot of the ICO money is being sucked out.
Right.
A lot of the scam coins, so to say, that, were just around for a brief second are gone. Big Connect, so it's a lot of factors, I think, as people are starting to realize Bitcoin is the way to go. And I don't even want to get into the technology side of it, where you have Lightning Network advancing at lightning speed, no pun intended, as well as atomic swaps, which takes away the use case for most of these coins anyway. So as people start to move towards that, we'll start to see this dominance more. Also, you're starting to see Ethereum go through some struggles. Them trying to change the protocol, people don't like that. And you start to see it reflect in the price. So
that is consensus.
Even though the overall market cap is going down, Bitcoin's actually going up in dominance because people are basically moving back towards what it originally started as, decentralized cryptocurrency for people to use. So good to see there, in my opinion.
And then from a trading standpoint, I mean, it's also a thing, if you can find some of those altcoins that might not be, still have strong projects but are low right now, now is of course the time to jump on them. And then for Bitcoin, it's time to front load your Bitcoin, because if it's this high, this percentage is this high as far as the market share, once the money does start to pump back into it, then as Bitcoin, they said, people are actually, even though they're pulling money out of these projects, they have to spend it.
Yeah.
Remember, some of these ICOs just launched last year, and this might be one of the things we really didn't cover, but ICOs, a lot of them that launched last year and got all that money, they have to spend it to make that project go around. They have to spend those marketing dollars. They have to spend it on the devs. They have to spend it on whatever, new laptops, new chips. So
conferences and meetups and marketing.
Yeah. So, I mean, for future trends, that might be something to pay attention to when we do see another year of just straight ICOs, whatever. It's like, okay, well, we know following this year, more than likely, there's going to be a dip because they have to spend all of that money they just brought in. So,
I mean, it's even people already talking about token sales being kind of over as big as they were last year, only because, it's constantly people being reminded, hey, the SEC may come out tomorrow and say that's security, so all that money is useless. So, and also you have a lot of projects that have bled out over the last year.
Yeah, that's true
because they were spending the money as if the price could go up forever. You know what I mean? So a lot of what they raised, a lot of the ICOs after November, I would say, starting to see that. But it's good to see Bitcoin's dominance back where it should be, or at least on the way to where it should be.
I was saying another positive thing though is also that the projects that do stay alive this year and they continue to work and improve, next year is going to be a big year for them, people. There definitely going to be some ones you forgot about. It might have been in the top 10 or 20 that just like slip from grace. To come back out, second, third quarter next year with a huge new release, and I mean, just taking back their market share as well. So, but right now, Bitcoin has taken the lead.
Oh yeah.
All right, next up, actually jump on this one while we're talking about it. Robinhood plans to launch IPO, seeks CFO amid audits from regulators.
Oh yeah, shout out to Robinhood. You gotta give it up to Robinhood. They're not wasting no time.
Right. Go ahead and tell them from the business point of view, Robinhood is doing what they're supposed to. They're getting in, they're getting out.
Yeah, and I mean, Robinhood is basically letting you know if we're going to be in this tech space, we realize that it's going to advance a lot faster than we can, keep up with it. And they're a viable product. A lot of people have used them. They've introduced crypto. They're bringing on Dogecoin soon. But it is one of those things where they have to get audited. So they are looking for a chief financial officer. And one of the things, with FINRA, regulations, all that, once they get audited and their books looked at, I think we'll start to see Robinhood is making so much money. They realize, hey, if we have to get out the way someday, let's go ahead and get this money.
Let's cash
if we're valued
it
at $5 or $6 billion, let's become billionaires and let's move on. Because people don't realize in the tech space, that is usually the goal. Make as much money as possible. Go to the next tech project. You usually don't see people stick with one forever.
Right.
Even the smartest people. I mean, Elon Musk is on his 6th or 7th big project. So
Bill Gates has plenty of projects.
Plenty of them. So nobody really sticks with one. So hey, shout out to them. They're smart.
Right.
Because
that's the way
the only people who fail are the ones who try and keep it alive for so many years when people are tired of using it or there's something better. And I think with cryptocurrency, they can see, hey, we got decentralized wallets, and then people can start investing on other platforms. It's very diluted. Let's get this money. Let's get this $6 billion or whatever, and let's get it going.
That is crazy. $5.6 billion from a startup that raised $363 million in Series D. You know what? Kudos. They came in. They did it right. They were part of the community. And as Bitcoin's they said, exit stage left.
Oh yeah, get up out of there and let the shareholders worry about it.
Hey, y'all want it? Hey, you can have it.
I want it. Yeah. have a good one.
Do that 1 year non-compete clause where they just go vacation, travel the world with their wife or a husband, whoever's on the team, and then come back. Like you said, new project
and do something new,
right? Strike again. That's a crazy thing. Bentley, Bugatti, and Rolls-Royce retailer announces is now accepting Bitcoin.
What?
You heard it right. Luxury automobile retailer Post Oak Motor Cars is reportedly the first Rolls-Royce, Bentley, Bugatti dealership in the United States to accept Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash actually as payment, according to official press release published September 5th. So they may be the first one, Rolls-Royce, Bentley, Bugatti specifically, because there are already some exotic car companies, one out here in Santa Monica.
Lamborghinis.
Some Lambo companies out here that definitely do it as well. But this is pretty big. It looks like, of course, they're going to be using BitPay. They partnered with them. We talked about BitPay a few months ago.
Slid that in there.
Yeah, where BitPay basically said, if you're not institutional, if you're not an institution or some, you got big money, then we're not here to really service you. Where at first they really were to service mom and pops just as much as any big business, but they got that tap on the shoulder by the government and some regulations they had to abide by. So they're like, all right, it has to be worth it, of course, and we understand that.
Yeah.
But it looks like they're going to partner with BitPay, and if you decide to go out this weekend and get your Rolls-Royce, Bentley, or Bugatti, you can do it with your Bcash now. You want to save that Bitcoin.
Yeah. Well, I will say with BitPay, they've been talking about Bitcoin Cash for a while. And they've been saying they may replace Bitcoin with it because of fees. Bitcoin's fees are too high.
Backhand deals.
How did Bitcoin's fees become a big problem to people? I don't know, but I've been using it, and it's only been a few cents whenever you send it.
Sounds like people are getting greedy.
Yeah. Bcash people, it's more of a money grab. But, they got their clause in the BitPay. BitPay has a payment processor. They have a good product. I will give it to them. Tony Gillespie has done a good job with that. But they get that tap on the shoulder. You got to do what you got to do. And the guy Tillman Fertitta, whatever, however you say it, Houston Rockets billionaire, he was quoted as saying that the fiat currency, you go to the bank and try to withdraw $1 million, they don't have the money. It's just paper. That's all Bitcoin is. It's paper, but it's not insured by the FDIC. Until it's insured, a lot of people aren't going to buy it. But he realizes that day is coming. We've said it before. It's like the one thing that's keeping a lot of people on the fence is that insurance policy or insurance that says, okay, well, we can back it up, whether it's by the FDIC or by private people. Once that comes in, it's game over at that point, because people can put in as much money, and even he sees that.
And not only that, it's one thing people forget when they're like, well, buying Bitcoin and it's not FDIC insured and all that. If you can set up your buy the same time you're going to go buy your car, your house, whatever, Bitcoin, you can do that in a matter of days versus you actually trying to buy this car or buy this home with fiat currency. That's still going to take you longer. It's still going to take you weeks. You talk about a house or something. But if you're just literally going to do your over-the-counter trade or you're on an exchange, you buy $500,000, whatever worth of Bitcoin, You have it there. There is no FD. You don't need FDIC or security concern. As soon as you get it on your phone, in fact, get it sent to your phone immediately. Stand right there at the dealership or in front of the real estate agent and be like, all right, I'm ready to send this over to you right now while it's hot.
Or slap down a paper wallet. Scan it right now.
But, so this whole thing with FDIC and the theft and all that, you don't have to hold it in Bitcoin forever, people. Yeah. And then, as we saw, was it who was working with the SEPA yesterday? SEPA, when we were talking about the wallet. Abra, Abra is going to be able to link to your European bank account. So if you're in Europe now, you literally could just go to your bank account on your app, put the money in there, even though I highly doubt they let you buy $500,000 worth. But let's say they did, you could buy it there and go get your Rolls-Royce and Bentley and all that good stuff.
Or the Wirex debit cards. Right. It's a few ways. Again, BitPay has a card.
Look for solutions, people. It's always a way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and a lot of the luxury, like we talked about a castle basically in Malta, that big place that's going for sale for Bitcoin. Luxury items are going for sale. It starts from the top down, people. When they have a lot of the high expensive, it's like a mansion out in the UK, same thing. When it starts there, it's working its way down to where it's just going to be regular everyday stuff.
Oh, good point. Mansions, now it's cars.
Mansions, now it's cars. And then, I mean, we have businesses that accept it, don't get me wrong. But from a consumer standpoint, being in the news, being able to see it, every day, it's getting there. We're like one step away. Walmart has QR codes. They just don't have Bitcoin. Well, like it's like right there. Right there on the cusp.
And here's the problem with the paradigm shift we need to make, though. Everyone's waiting for, they're doing mansions now, they're doing luxury cars. I guess I can do it. Stop waiting. Just start doing it on your own. If you own a business and stuff, stop saying, will the government be putting this everywhere? Will Walmart be doing it? Will this luxury car dealership? It doesn't matter. With the exception of Walmart, you can't shop any of those places. All right. So stop waiting on the big guys to do it. Stop waiting on the money makers to do it, and you do it. You make it happen.
You gotta change your way of thinking.
It's literally a 2-day. You know what? Not even 2 day. Come to our digital assets group. We'll get you straight in a week, and you'll be able to lead the way.
Oh yeah.
Somebody, John Siebert, saying BitPay is basically shorting Bitcoin. Not good. Yeah, basically, but as Bitcoin's A said, Bcash has their claws in them. But you know what? I bet you it might be something as crazy as Roger Vere's is like, hey, don't forget I still got that recording from the last party we were at.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure there's some underhanded stuff going on. Right. It's still humans in this space. I don't want people to think crypto is some utopia where humans don't exist. But so this stuff is going on. However, the good thing is you have the ability to fight back. Miners can say no. Users can say we don't like it. And that's what's happening with Bcash right now. They did a stress test with a bunch of fake transactions. That's what I'm saying. Like, when people do stuff like that, it's going to happen. You understand it. But you can kind of laugh it off and just keep going on because you realize what a real use case is. We've seen it. So
quick shout-outs. What's going on? Banger Committee, Vivian Samuels, Tessa Hall, Angela Brown, Sergeant Crypto, Mark Maxwell, Corey Robinson, John Siebert, Marcellus Love, Abel and Tech.
Oh, yeah. Long time no see.
Hello to you all.
What's going on?
Thanks for joining us. All our podcast listeners, thanks for listening in as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right, stock brokerage. EF Hutton rates cryptocurrencies to help clients track rapid developments. What is going on with EF Hutton?
Well, it looks like we have another another place where people are going to track cryptocurrencies, and they're going to basically tell you, the indices or the different ratings that they have for it. Hopefully, it's not as flagrant as China's ratings, where basically they came right out and tell you, these are the coins we like. Bitcoin's number 10 every time somehow. It's almost like we can't put them out the top 10, but
they want them.
They want to. Yeah, it's like we want to get rid of them, but hopefully their ratings, they'll review some of the biggest ones like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, EOS, Litecoin, Bcash, Cardano. I can't wait to see the one on Ripple. That should be interesting. I can't wait to see the one on EOS either. That should be very interesting. But the rating scale is 1 star to 5 stars, like a restaurant basically, and 5 stars are a positive outlook, and 1 star is a negative outlook. So we'll see how that goes because it's people's opinion. It's not really a real rating system for crypto because you can have all the stuff that you rate it by, but it depends on what you're going for. If you're looking for good tech, you may not care about price. If you're looking for huge pumps, hey, jump on Dogecoin or Ripple or something like that. If you're looking for whatever, you can find it. So we'll see what their ratings do. We should have KRBE ratings at some point.
We're going to do them at some point.
Because everybody that puts them out, it's kind of like why, but and they have their own slant to it. I think we can definitely do that.
China gets it, and it's crazy we haven't seen this proliferate. I'm only assuming it's because they either haven't realized it, or B, it's just not worth their business. But I'm thinking it's A, they haven't realized it. But the JP Morgan Chases, the Goldman Sachs, all these people who, especially who are claiming to be the experts now and having all this blockchain Bitcoin talk. Let me tell you how you can't trust them. They have no clue what they're doing. If they really knew what they're doing and they really wanted to make their investors money, EF Hutton gets it. It's a private company. There's nothing illegal about pumping and dumping these coins, which I'm sure they're doing. Yeah. I'm sure China do it. Rogers Vera been on TV and even said there's nothing illegal right now.
Yeah.
So
they have their own coin too.
Right. So yeah, they got their own coin. So they already tried their own coin, pump and ICO or whatever. It didn't work out. So they're literally, I mean, come on. Whatever they rate, I guarantee you they've already bought it. They bought it before this article even got released. And once they finally release the ones they pick, it doesn't even need to be a big pump. You got to understand, these people are playing with a lot of money.
Yeah.
If you have
10, 20% is
right. Yeah. If you get a 10 or 20% bounce on a $200 million play, that was a good 30 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. And that was, it was all the worth all the time it took to research it.
Right.
Well, so
exactly. So I will be leery of that. Again, I don't think it's caught on yet because they haven't even thought about this, or possibly they have and they just don't want to risk their other business, but they do it for everything else, so I'm not going to paint them as a good guy now. But I guarantee once these companies start realizing, all we got to do is rank these things and we can pump the market.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we could just give our honest review. Get out of here, man.
Yeah,
but I think we will, Marcellus. I think we will look at putting these ratings out soon.
For sure. Mm-hmm. Yes, go ahead and smash those likes and shares, people. We appreciate it. If you're listening to us on podcasts, if you're able to, please review it.
Absolutely.
All right, Goldman Sachs, speaking of the devil, speaking of them, excuse me. Goldman Sachs CFO, recent reports about crypto trading desks are fake news.
Fake news.
Right? That's crazy how that's actually a thing now.
Jesus Christ, they don't stop.
Chief Financial Officer Martin Chavez, said that recent reports about the company abandoning its plans to open a cryptocurrency trading desk are fake news. They reported yesterday, September 6th. I'm assuming Mr. Chavez, or one of the people who work for him, saw our channel and say, you know what, this is a bad move. we need to flippity flop it right back to the beginning. We keep saying they flip flop a lot. You are seeing it.
Yeah.
It looks like at the TechCrunch Disrupt conference in San Francisco, Chavez reportedly said that reports about the company's intentions for a crypto trading desk were unfounded. He, in quotes, "I never thought I would hear myself use this term, but I really have to describe that news as fake news."
Hey, I don't know what to believe from Goldman Sachs. Because, like I said, I know people who personally have talked to people at Goldman Sachs who says, yes, they have a crypto trading desk. Right. Then the news says, we don't have a crypto trading desk now. Then they flip and say, oh, yeah, of course we do. What do you mean we don't have
what they're saying is,
who does?
What's the price of it today?
Yeah, exactly. We don't have anything to do that. But, some people thought that the price, that $1,000 move that happened in 24 hours, they thought that was a result of Goldman Sachs saying they didn't have a crypto trading desk. However, when they said that it's fake news and that they actually do, it didn't actually do anything with the price. So I don't know if that had much to do with it. Everybody does. They look for a reason whenever price movements happens. But Goldman Sachs, they straddle the fence too much to listen to what they have to say. I'm sure they have some stuff going on internally. So let them deal with it until they have a public product that they can actually say, this is Goldman Sachs doing this. Right. Because they haven't really said it. I mean, they've cleared Bitcoin futures contracts for CBOE and CME, which is a cash-based thing, so they still haven't got into crypto publicly. But come on, man, if you think Goldman Sachs doesn't have a couple crypto traders somewhere in a warehouse out,
right? That's all they gotta do. We don't want to see you. We don't want to hear from you.
Nothing,
unless you make a lot of money.
Yeah.
If not, then you need to find employment somewhere else.
Come on, man. Yeah, but it's Goldman Sachs. They do what they do. They do it.
That flip flop, and we love it. $1.8 million crypto heist mastermind admits guilt, declines to snitch.
What?
This guy. A New Jersey male has admitted stealing cryptocurrency worth almost $2 million using the old-fashioned way, kidnapping and issue of threats and violence. Of course, we want to talk about this because it is important to ensure if you're dealing in the cryptocurrency space, not only your cybersecurity, but your physical security is well maintained. Looks like in the Manhattan Supreme Court, Luis Meza confessed to kidnapping an unnamed friend and then stealing his Ether cryptocurrency holdings worth $1.8 million. If he does that to his friends, then I don't want to be his enemy.
Yeah, exactly.
Specifically, Meza admitted to second-degree kidnapping and first-degree larceny. His sentencing is scheduled at the end of this month, and 35-year-old man is expected to receive a jail time of 10 years, as well as half a decade of post-release supervision. It looked like he was working with about 2 or 3 other guys.
Yeah. Bishop, Joke, and Fuego.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Everybody has nicknames. Don't want anything to do with it.
Their posse.
Yep.
Yeah. So they went in. I guess they got his friend to come back to his house. They claimed they used a BB gun and had him hand over all his valuables and all that other stuff and his password to crypto wallet, where they had where they had a bunch of Bitcoin, or Ether. They had an Ether in there, but the jail wants them to surrender and forfeit 84 Bitcoins and 269,000 salt lending tokens. So
that's where you messed up, because as soon as you try and move that money, they can find it. Trust me, because the person who you took it from can tell you the IP address. They can tell you the wallet address. They can tell you where it went. So yeah, it doesn't pay to kidnap. Just make money in crypto the old-fashioned way instead of trying to steal it. But it's not good to hear that. But we always want to remind our viewers, you got to make sure, along with computer security, your physical security is good as well. So
they said this guy declined to cooperate against his co-accused. But they already been indicted this year in June. So I'm glad we're dealing with some unintelligent criminals.
Yeah.
That way we just get 4 more of them off of the street.
Yep.
So
go ahead and throw them 10 years at your boy.
Right.
Gotta give them enough time to think about it.
You're gonna come
back. It's not worth
out.
it, people. Yeah, it's not worth it. 10 years.
Not knowing nothing about crypto. You're gonna come back out not knowing nothing about nothing. Right. It's about to happen so fast now.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's crazy. And then of course, Sergeant Crypto just said it. If you're into crypto and you're making some money, you have to stop putting your business out there. Bitcoin Zay says it all the time. Don't tell people your private keys and how much Bitcoin and all that good stuff, because if you're out here bragging about $2 million of crypto to some unsavory characters, you could possibly
wouldn't show anybody your bank account. Like,
what's
true. Wrong with you?
Yeah, that is very true.
I believe the kids call it clout chasing.
And on that note, have a happy Friday.
I don't suggest
that was amazing.
I don't suggest you clout chase people.
For the free crypto, for the free Bitcoin Satoshis, what are we doing today?
Oh yeah, so there was a poll that actually said that more than half of Americans know about cryptocurrency, and over 80% know at least one cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, which is good to hear. It's a poll from YouGov, which basically has a good amount of numbers. It doesn't show everybody, but from that poll, for our watchers and listeners, I want to know how many people in your immediate family know about Bitcoin, because that's one thing I always ask people. Is like, well, you may know about it, but do you tell others? And it's usually on two separate sides. It's people that can't stop talking about it, like myself, or there's people who they keep it to themselves. They don't want people in their family to know, maybe from pressure or things of that nature. So let us know how many people percentage-wise in your family know about Bitcoin. Let us know why, if it's a lot, if it's a little. Put your public address, and we'll send those free Satoshis.
There we go. And on that note, again, you can see us tomorrow at KJLH
Empowerment Summit at Cal State Dominguez. We'll be starting at 1:30 for our panel. It starts at 8 a.m. overall.
Okay, now we're going to try to get some of that recorded too. We may try to go live on it.
Yep.
And then you can catch Bitcoin Zay next week.
September 10th and 11th, I will be in D.C. for the Blockchain Summit. With Sinclair Skinner, with a lot of good faces there. That'll be speaking. Jimmy Song, Max Kaiser, a lot of big names there.
Max Kaiser's worth the trip.
Fun. Oh yeah, definitely.
Sinclair Skinner's worth the trip. You guys saw him here live as well.
Absolutely.
And then we'll both be at World CryptoCon October 31st, November 2nd. Again, you can get $250 off that general admission ticket before those prices go up.
Use that discount code above.
KBRE 250 for that. And let's see. Other than that, people, we will see you all Monday with more news. Or actually, we might see you all tomorrow for the
AMA Live.
The AMA Live for the membership, and then for the conference that we actually go to as well. So,
absolutely.
Cheers, all. Have a happy Friday and a great weekend.
Oh yeah.